This is how we ride, this is how we do.
Well, we've run strong tonight. Been doing a swing here with the Outlaws kind of every night, it seems like, and I guess it's helping you at this point.
For sure, yeah, no, man, we enjoy running with the Outlaws. We've only got to, I probably have less than 10 starts with them, and all of them were just up in Washington. This is my first time running with them here at Chico, and this place has actually been like really tough on us all year. We just really had no speed and not get around the track good at all. So tonight we kind of finally pieced together some good laps, had a good pill draw to where we went out and the racetrack was still really good, and kind of just maintained there in the heat race, and then all of a sudden we found ourselves for like a split second, kind of leading the race, I guess you could say, and then Tim's got back by us. But it was fun to be in the mix. Disappointed in how it finished, but that's just, I guess when you race with these guys, I don't know, they're all so good. When you get behind someone, if you don't pick the right lane, you're, like I said, you just get eaten up real quick.
Well, I made off topic a little bit, I made a funny joke with Virgil Ray up there at Skagit last week. I was talking about Michael Millard. He was like, oh, what do you think about Michael Millard? I was like, well, he left his home, Tanner Holmes is here still trying to build it up with his thing, you know?
Yeah.
And it is very impactful. We go to a lot of these outlaw races, and when you're there, you and Larson sometimes are tagged more, or tied more so than the regular outlaw guy. How important is that? Do you think that maybe tracks should recognize? I used to be in track promotion. I used to always say, you can promote sprint car and modified, but that's like promoting guitar and drums.
Yeah.
Unless you have stars playing those drums, drivers, that people want to see, you're never going to really get people to come and attend, So do you think that YouTube and this kind of thing needs to be more appreciated, accepted, and promoted with drivers?
Yeah, I feel like it is. I just feel like as drivers, it's our job to promote our sport, at the same time.
But there's the thing called a promoter as well.
For sure,
I'm just saying.
For sure. No, I agree. I think it's both. I think we all kind of have our role. For us, like I wouldn't say accidentally started doing this, but we just did this so long ago, and then I just personally never stopped.
You were the first one. Mixed with the ShamWow voice, it got him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I just enjoy doing it. It's a lot, don't get me wrong, but obviously more drivers are starting to do it, and I think overall that's a good thing, and it's building up, our sport. And also out here, like you talk about how much West Coast is kind of like racing on an island. I think it's helped get a little bit of that out too, because man, out here there is like so much talent, and not that it doesn't get recognized, but like Justin Sanders, a friend of mine, and I've learned a lot racing with him. It's cool. He finally got a shot. And
Henry was up there.
Henry, there's so much talent out here that can run with the Outlaws when they come here. Could possibly go to the Midwest and run right there on tracks they're unfamiliar with. They just don't get a lot of attention. It's just a lot of like weekend warriors out here, and even a little bit in the Northwest, like Trey Stark's a great example, a guy who's just been dominating. Really thought he was maybe going to win an outlaw race, when we were here. Just the cards didn't fall right. So we have a lot of talent out here, and I guess that as racers, it's our job to promote, and that's just what we do, and we don't plan on stopping. So we just try to keep building and how we can get people involved. And otherwise, because the sport's getting tougher and tougher to get into, and things are getting more expensive, we got to get kids involved and get even people
finding it cool. That's what I'm saying. You got to have stars to come watch.
Cool. And people I know you always talk about staying in dirt racing and not going anywhere else. We need to get kids involved in in wanting to race wing sprint cars and modifieds and late models and race for all the money,
And at the end of the day, adult-wise, we're competing against concerts and other type of things for adult people to come out to, so it has to be something that they somewhat idolize. So you got to get the drivers, the players of the guitar and the drums more famous and more recognizable,
I agree. I think, that's a big thing. I think that's where promoters could probably do a little bit better job with their weekend warrior guys they're like we have out here, there's no reason that a guy like Justin Sanders should not have a huge following out here on the West Coast.
He goes into Chico and no one knows who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy I was down there yesterday. I had to tell somebody who works here that this is even happening.
Exactly. No,
that's insane.
The promoters need to do a much better job.
Not hating on Brad Sweet. It's just I think it's something that they don't think about.
I wasn't directing at them. I'm just saying, like in general as a whole, and even in the Midwest, I know there's a lot of there's weekend warriors and stuff that these guys are very talented, and no one really knows who they are, and so that's where I think everyone has their role as a driver. You have to promote yourself and do your thing, and then it's also important for media guys like you as you're promoting the sport, and then also everyone kind of just does their thing. So hopefully that kind of builds up out here, and I think that's very important for also making not just racing at a national level, but racing at regional and local level needs to be a much bigger deal than it is.
And the perception of what it is, like Tanner Holmes in a 410 the World Outlaws, this is like running top 10 or something in a NASCAR event.
For sure, and you kind of forget that, like it's, because the cool thing about the Outlaws is anyone can show up and run. If you think you're good enough, you can show up, you can bring equipment if you got it. So you kind of forget who you're racing against, and so it's a huge opportunity, and it's really cool that we all get to do it. And like I said, there's plenty of guys out here that are capable of running with these guys on their home turf. And hopefully that can, hopefully the more they come out here as they do it every year and people keep doing their part, this keeps building up. And like I said, a lot of these guys should be well known because there's so much talent in this pit area.
Definitely. Okay. You're good at looking at the camera.
I know, I do that. I make sure not to. I didn't want to. Like, everyone in the interview
Everyone
always
looks at you.
So
Yeah,
I always look at the lens.
He's talking to you, ladies and
a little
gentlemen.
bit more experience, I guess. Than
He
Bryce
sounds
and
like the ShamWow guy. Do you remember the ShamWow guy? I
I
swear.
don't even know who that is. But
Oh,
This is how we ride, this is how we do.